What's up? Welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you are new. I'm your girl Jalisa Shaveh. Today's setup is different because I am currently on hiatus visiting my family for the holidays, and I still wanted to put up a video or two for you guys while I was away for such a long time. So I decided to share with you guys what makeup I travel with and how I do my makeup when I travel. I'm in the pink room at my grandma's house. We have like different color rooms. This was my room when I was younger. So it's always like very humbling doing a video while I'm here. And I'm just loving the new upgrades my granny's doing in this room. I don't know how I keep outgrowing my bags, but right now I am currently using a toolbox. I got this from from Home Depot. When I seen it, I was like, oh my gosh, this would be perfect as my makeup bag because it has pockets. And then when you open it up, it literally like opens up all the way, so I can see everything that's in here. And I've already outgrown this bag. I'm like, how did I get so much more makeup in it? All right, so my brushes, I always like to carry a kit when I'm traveling, like a whole set of brushes, I mean, because it's just easier, and sets tend to come with every brush that you need. So I use the Sephora makeup brush set. These are really good brushes. It literally has every brush that you need in it. And I believe it's like 12 pieces. I'll link it down below in the description box if you want to check it out. Some of them are in my bag, but these are all the brushes, as you can see. Face brushes, eye brushes, even brushes that I haven't had to use yet. So first I'm gonna start off with some lip balm because my lips, y'all, this Arkansas weather compared to California, of course, is much different because I'm in the South. And also, it's just so dry. Like, the water is dry. I always break out here because the water just dries my skin out tremendously. It's crazy. All right, next we're going to moisturize the face. I'm using this Sephora Mango Body Lotion. And even though it says body lotion, I feel like it's lightweight enough to use on my skin. And because it's body lotion, it's a little thicker for this Arkansas weather. So it really moisturizes my dry skin while I'm here. And I'm gonna slip my bonnet on because I got this little swoop-a-doop hanging in the way. So I'm gonna do very minimal makeup on, on my forehead, and I look crazy. For foundation, I keep all of my foundations and concealers separate just so they won't make a mess and get all in the bag. That's very important if you're if you're traveling with your makeup. You want to separate your liquids from your powders and things because they can get really messy quick. And if any explosion happens on the plane, it can happen within this bag and not all over your makeup bag. I'm going to go in with this Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Caramel. And my buffing brush for my Sephora kit. And I just like to buff this in all over the cheek area first, like my problem areas. So I go in and cover the areas I need most. And I let it kind of like sit and dry while I buff the product in everywhere else. And then after I apply it on the problems I need it most, I just go in everywhere else and buff in that product. And I'm using just a little bit on my forehead. All right, now I'm gonna go in with two concealers. The first one I'm using is the Morphe concealer in the shade C3.65, and I like to use this for color correcting. So I go in with just a little bit of this on the inner corner of my eyes, and of course I have my beauty blender, so I just go in and blend that all over the lid and under the eye and even out that complexion around the eyes with the foundation. It's like so. Look, this looks like my skin. It doesn't even look like I have on foundation. Then I'm gonna take the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Natural. This is such a good highlighting shade. I feel like everybody loves my bright under eye when I come home. They're always just like, how do you do your makeup like that? Like, this is it. Like, I have to have a bright under eye when I'm traveling because it's just a vibe, and everybody just loves a nice bright under eye. And right now I'm going to go with the darker foundation by Maybelline. I have so many products in my bag. These are like products that I don't use every day back home, so I put them in my travel bag. And it's like a lot of things that I wouldn't do in my regular routine. But I love using a darker foundation to contour. I just like to go in with a little bit of that to create some warmness on the face. As you can see, that's very warm, but it's nice and full coverage. And if you guys like haven't seen my other makeup tutorials, I do have in-depth tutorials where I explain like my highlighting and contouring routine, but this is just to show you how I can still get a full face, full beat even when I'm away and I have like little to no products in my bag because I don't like to travel with too much makeup, you know, just enough to get me a full face. Is it just me or is this lighting everything? Like, I wish I could take this lighting back with me. It's so natural. You can see all the colors so good. Like, hold on. Do I need to switch up my professional setup to just a window? I'm just going to blend out your highlighting shade. Look at how beautiful and youthful my skin looks. I'm so excited. All right, now I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in the shade 10. This powder is so good for traveling because it really is a full coverage powder and it's buildable and it's also like very smoothing. Like, don't sleep on Maybelline, y'all. I just go in with my powder puff and push this in. Just go over all the face and make sure everything is nice and set. If you don't have a powder puff, get you one because it is so good. All right, while we're baking, we're gonna go in and start to bronze the skin up. I'm using the Maybelline pressed powder in the shade 360 Mocha. And we're just gonna set the contoured areas with this. I'm loving how bronze and warm I'm looking. For blush, if y'all don't have none of this blush, get you some. This is the Sephora pressed blush in the shade Date Night. These are so beautiful. I have a few shades. Absolutely love them. This one specifically is one of my favorites. Look at how beautiful it just glows onto the skin. It's like butter and it's nice and matte, but still has that very nice pop to it. Did a little bit too much on the nose, but it's all good. For eyeshadow, I like to use the Juvia's Place Nubian and Coral palette. Nubian 3 Coral palette, I think. It's a little bit of color, not too much. First I contour the nose, and then I go in and blend a little bit in the crease, just so the eyes aren't too naked, you know, they have a little bit of some going on. I'm taking my One Size Beauty pressed powder in the shade Medium 5, which is Patrick's shade, and I'm just going to dust off and set my bake. So as long as you have like a couple of luxury items in your travel bag, you could really do a lot. Like, you don't have to have all of your products that you would have at home. Just have a couple of actual luxury setting powders that's going to help it last all day and you are good to go. Okay, so I'm going to line my eyes and do my lashes and I'll be back to finish off the rest of the look. Everything is looking good. We're looking great. I can't believe that bonnet just literally messed up my hair the way that it did. Now I'm gonna go in and do my brows. I keep my eyebrow pencil in this baggie because it just gets a mess when I sharpen it. Like, my little sharpener creates a mess, so I keep it in here. Literally the best eyebrow pencil ever. And I just go in and fill it in. Like, already that looks amazing. I mean, brows really make a look, y'all. Wow. Okay, like, brows really do make a look. Alrighty, she's almost done. We're going to go in with our lips now. I need to get me a brown lip liner, but I don't have one. So for now, I'm just gonna go in with my brow pencil. Makeup is universal, so if I didn't have a brow pencil, I would use like a brown eyeshadow or a dark lipstick. I'm using Freebird by Morphe. This is one of my favorite lip glosses. And it actually has pigment in it, so it doesn't even need a background color. I just like to mix it all in until it creates this gradient ombre look. So we're just gonna top off the look. I'm using the Ben Nye Final Seal. Y'all, this stuff is legit. Like, it's very powerful, very strong. You might have to dilute it a little bit with the water if it's too much, but it's the bomb. And I believe we're done. I'm gonna go fix my hair and be right back. Alright, y'all, and this is the final look. This is my travel glam. I'm still giving beat like I would at home. It's just all about traveling with all of your tools and making sure you have at least one product for your full face. You don't have to have all of your, like, you know, luxury bomb products in your bag. I use a lot of drugstore products to create this look, and it's still giving beat, okay? Thank you guys so much for coming to watch. If you're not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos. And as always, I'll see you in my next video. Peace.